Hi, my name is Sandy Johnston, and I am really pleased to be participating in the Humans in Geelong Expo for 2021. The Humans in Geelong are an amazing organisation who support people like me who live and work in Geelong to be more widely known in the wider community. Why am I participating in this year's expo? I would love and appreciate if you could take a few minutes to watch this video to find out more. As I said, my name is Sandy and I work as an energy healer, life coach, podcast host, author and singer, and I am a passionate treasure hunter, trying to do my bit by salvaging treasure before it goes to landfill. But that's another story for another time. The reason that I am part of this expo is because I love helping women feel seen, heard, and valued. And I'd love to help them to live a rich and rewarding life. So a little over a year ago, I started a podcast called Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs. As a survivor of an abusive relationship, it had been on my heart for a long time to do something to help other women who are victims and survivors of domestic violence. And when the COVID pandemic began spreading around the world and came to Australia, I saw the rates of domestic abuse escalate. The pressures of these uncertain times made victims of abuse more isolated and vulnerable than ever before. And so I created a podcast to try to create a safe space for victims and survivors of abusive relationships to tune into whenever it is safe for them to do so, so that they can receive some help with some of the challenges they are facing and hopefully receive some inspiration to help them gain the courage that they need to seek the appropriate support and work towards breaking free from a cycle of abuse. One of the main reasons I share this is that women and children's safety always comes first, and that everything else that is happening in their situation is figure-outable. Some women in abusive relationships do not even necessarily identify as being victims of abuse because they have become accustomed to abusive behaviours, and for this reason can normalise what is happening to them. Now, normalising abusive behaviour can also help victims to cope on a day-to-day basis with trying to manage what is an unmanageable situation for them. Coercive control often plays a major part in abusive relationships, and this can also make it really difficult for a victim to identify that what is happening to them is actually a form of abuse. And what this means is that many women suffer alone in silence, robbed of their voices and their lives because of domestic abuse. So when I started the Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs podcast, I had absolutely no idea of how it would help or who it would help. I just made a start with speaking with survivors of different forms of abuse, with a focus on talking about the red flags to look out for, ways to stay safe, why victims should reach out to get the appropriate support, and with a big emphasis on ways to heal on the other side once they have broken free from the cycle of abuse. I've spoken to dozens of people from all over the world, and every step of the way, I found my own life being healed in the most profound ways. I have gone from being someone who, as a former victim of domestic abuse, had lost my voice and my identity to coercive control and stalking behaviours that caused me to really shrink back from life to try and keep myself and my children safe, to becoming someone who is here today and speaks up about my own story and about gender-based violence. And it is with a sense of great satisfaction that I now live life to the fullest again. I am super grateful that I landed on my feet in Geelong and that I have an opportunity to be part of the Humans in Geelong Expo. There are many great organisations in Geelong who do a fantastic job of supporting victims and survivors of domestic abuse. And I feel very fortunate to have been able to access these services at a time in my own life where I needed support to stay safe and start piecing my life back together again. I now spend my days helping women go from victimhood to empowerment by raising their energy levels and their spirits to help them to open, to explore the richness that life can have in store for them after they leave toxic or abusive relationships that have hurt them. I am doing what is on my heart to help women heal from trauma and break free from fear and the things that hold them back from living a rich and rewarding life. So I'm now an abundant life coach, helping women remember their incomprehensible worth to help them become energetically aligned with attracting and creating a richer and more rewarding life again. I help women rediscover the treasures that lie within them to help them to rise back up to their highest value, helping them to be set free from a scarcity mindset that they have adopted from losing economic security in an abusive relationship. And as I mentioned, I am the host of the Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs podcast that provides a safe space for women to receive support and information about abusive relationships. And this podcast gives women help with the challenges they face and provides avenues to explore ways to recover and rebuild their lives on the other side of breaking free from the cycle of abuse. I also have a free women's Facebook group called Rise Up with Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs that again provides posts with inspiration to help women with the challenges they face and to help them to rise back up to their highest value in their lives. My desire is for women to find a path to live a rich, rewarding, full life, full of passion, purpose, and meaning. If you would like to get in contact with me to either partner with me in the work that I am doing, or if you would like to connect with me to explore ways that I can help you, I have a complimentary discovery call you can book in so we can have a chat. Or if you would like to tune in to the Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs podcast, or join the free Facebook group Rise Up with Tiaras, Tears and Triumphs, please go to my Linktree handle, which is linktr.ee/ Sandy Johnston, which is spelled SandyJohnston. You can also find this link in the notes for this recording. If you are a victim of domestic abuse and you are in danger at any time, please call the police. And if you are not sure if you are a victim of abuse and you are feeling disempowered and afraid in your relationship, I encourage you to call 1-800-RESPECT, which is 1-800-737-732, to have a confidential conversation where you can receive support and seek advice on your next best steps. I provide a free crisis support list on my Linktree handle too, if you need help in finding support organisations. Remember, you have a right to feel safe and be safe in your relationship, in your home, and in your community. Freedom from fear is every woman's right. I hope to see you at the Humans in Geelong Expo. Please don't be a stranger. Come and say hello.